I'm getting often asked, how do I store my parts? How do I organize them? How do I keep track of every little nut, screw and washer to know where everything is and also to be able to find them when you need them? And this is a very important aspect of restoration and just disassembling something in general, but especially on such a big scale as a car restoration. I think what comes to mind first to store the parts is to use such Ziploc bags. They're very cheap, easily available. You can open and close them. You can label them, you see what's inside. And at first glance, they seem to be like a very good solution, but they also have a bunch of negative aspects. And if you have to deal with them all the time, especially on such a big project, they can be very annoying. So if you start your project, you put the pieces in the bag, you label them, one bag, and comes another bag, and another one, and so on, and you keep getting more and more bags. And what you then do to store all the bags is to put them all in a box, right? This system is just nice to work with until you need to find your first screws. Then you really have to go in and search for the one bag that you need. And most of the time you will end up taking all the bags out until you find the one you need. This means this system is good to store the parts, but it's very bad to keep an overview of the parts. Where are each parts exactly? And yeah, it's very annoying when you always have to take out all the bags from the box to find the ones you need. Another thing is also the condition of the parts you put inside the bags. I mean, on this bag has a few bolts in it, nuts and washers. They're all relatively clean and it seems to work out nice in this case. But on a restoration, you're most of the time dealing with dirty parts. They're oily, they're rusty, they're nasty. And what happens if you put them in the bag, you can see right here, the bag itself also gets dirty and you barely can see anymore what's inside. Another annoying thing which you have to deal with the Ziploc bags is the opening and closing. Especially the more you use it, the worse it gets. And sometimes they don't even hold anymore. You have very long time to get them closed because you really need to start from the edges working to the inside to get them fully closed. And to get them closed is really important. You don't want to have them open in your box and lose the parts. Another bad aspect of these Ziploc bags is wear. By moving them around, having stored maybe heavier items or maybe some with some sharp edges and stuff, these bags could also tear open or crack or break, and you will also lose parts inside of the box. So these Ziploc bags are still a great idea to have around in the shop. As you can see, I'm also using them here to store some bolts and bits, but for a restoration project, I would not recommend using them. I would recommend using such organizer boxes. These are great, and they share all the positive aspects with the Ziploc bags. They're relatively cheap, they're easily available, you can open and close them, you can label them, you can see what's inside, and yeah, they're very durable. And on top of that, these boxes have everything the Ziploc bags are not very good at. At first glance, you can see all the items that are stored inside of this box. And if you have multiple boxes, you can easily stack them. Here you can see all the boxes I'm using for the car restoration. As you can see, there are 12 in total. All the small parts that fit inside here are stored in here. I labeled them all with just a piece of masking tape. Quick and easy. During the disassembly, you start putting the parts inside of the boxes and you label them as you go. This way you will have everything organized all the way. Using this system of storing the parts is pretty much guaranteed. You'll find again every little piece when you need it, and you can keep track of all the parts, have them all nicely organized and stored. And yeah, this is a proper solution. As you can see, these boxes also get dirty and rusty and oily and greasy, as do the Ziploc bags. But the positive thing on the boxes is that the dirt is all at the bottom and you can still see through the top lid. You can easily put these boxes together with the use of these red walls. You can make individual boxes, like single ones, double ones, make them as big as you want. I even went a step further and cut out the box itself, like you can see down here, so I was even able to store bigger parts. So, and this is the way I store my small parts. I'm very happy using this system. I've never regretted it so far. And yeah, it's a perfect way to keep track and organize all your small bits and pieces. I can only recommend using this system. You don't need to do a car restoration to use it. You can also do your smaller projects with such boxes. Just put the pieces in, label them as you go, and you will be guaranteed to find them later when you need them. Thanks for watching.